Since I made the last video, there's been some questions, comments on the YouTube channel, and from a few other directions asking about a few things, and I've done a few bits of work as well, so I thought I'd go around and show you some of the stuff that people have asked about. The first thing, and I totally forgot about it on the first video, which is a bit silly, was the leisure battery. That was one of the things I got some help with. My dad helped me put the electrics in. He's been doing caravan electrics and motorhome electrics, and he's an electrical engineer amongst many other things. So he got him to help me. So I will show you that now. Firstly, we'll look at the battery. So the battery is down here behind the passenger seat. Screwed to this bit of wood. I will tidy those wires up at some point. But basically, that's a good place for it, where everyone seems to put it. So, somewhat controversially, the split charge relay is here under the bonnet. Goes there. You can't actually see, but we figured out behind the battery is a big rubber sort of grommet thing, which comes out in the passenger footwell, which makes it pretty easy to do the wiring. I'm thinking of putting an electric hookup on there under the bonnet at some point, so I can just follow the same route. So once the power's into the battery, the cabling then goes up this B pillar, along this channel here, down the pillar that's behind there, and then the control panel is here, which is built into, I kept the original boxes that were over the wheels because I quite liked them. So that's there, so it's got all my switches and plugs and stuff on it. And the cabling then for the lights, by the way, then goes back up here and is inside the headliner. So we've got sort of, if you can find them, 4 lights up here and 2 there. Those 2 on the wall you can switch on and off independently. While we're down here, somebody asked me about the hinges on these pop-up things, which are basically, you can see them, these little ones like this. I think I got those from Amazon, and they sell them at B&Q as well. And they just hold that up, and it's the same on the other side. And it's the same what they used for us, the little table in there as well. Somebody asked if this shelf bit, this extension, could support weight. It probably could. This end bit I'm not so sure about, but if you pull the seats back like I have done, sort of wedge them under, then that's pretty solid. I mean, obviously I've got this cushion. It goes over there to make, so we've now got this little sort of L-shaped seating arrangement kind of thing. There we go, which is pretty cool. Somebody also asked about this curtain rail, which we sort of puzzled over for a while as the best way to do it. This is, I think I mentioned in the last video, it's just a piece of electrical conduit. You can sort of see the ends aren't super tidy yet. What I had to do, I mean, these are the standard clips, just had to create these little wooden wedges to get that clip to be kind of, wherever it's gone, to be straight and not sort of angled. And then there's one inside here and the same on the other side. Since the last video, I've put these poppers, pistols, whatever you want to call them, to hold the curtains down on both sides. So now we can just, oops, tell you what, I'm going to stop the video. So there we go. You can have the seats on the other side, I suppose, if you want as well. Depends what you want to do. But they seem to work, and they obviously mean that you've got access to this. There is a couple of little gaps, you can see the light just sort of shining up, but I'm not too bothered about that. There we go, I have fitted a fire extinguisher. And this is one of my favourite bits. I don't really need this stuff, but it's cool. So I've got a hammer and that. Well, this I might need actually. This is, I went to the army surplus shop in Kirkby Lonsdale and got myself a folding spade, which might come in handy for obvious reasons at some point. And that just goes in there. It's proper NATO army surplus spade. Around here, I realised that if I wanted to make a cup of tea without putting the bed away, I couldn't actually get my food because it was in the box under there. So I found this is supposed to be for a shower. Fitted that, and then fitted these extra bits onto the top of the fridge as well, just to store bits and pieces. So that's pretty cool. I want to put some handles on the front of the bed as well, just to help with people pulling it out. Not sure how effective they are really. The other exciting thing is my sister made me some magnetic curtains. So they've just got little magnets sewn in, so they go on there. They've got some of the silver stuff on the other side as well. We've got one for that side, one for that side, which is pretty neat. Thanks, Sarah. And there we go. And then from the outside, they kind of look like that, which is cool. I've just made a video about the lanyard hack to open the back door, so you can find that in another video. It should be up. And there we go. Somebody also asked about the water system. Basically, you can see just about perhaps down there, there's a grey water tank at the back. This is my freshwater tank. They're strapped in. You can see the pipe for the pump coming out of there. And then that leads up into here. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. And you can see in here, that pipe comes up and goes up to the top up there. And then I've created a U-bend with the waste pipe coming out the sink, which then drops through the bottom of this cupboard straight down into the tank down there. I think that was about 60 quid for the tanks and the pump and the tap. The waste pipe that they sent me unfortunately didn't fit on this sink, so I had to get another bit, but my dad had some lying around, so that was fine. Yeah, so that's how the water works. It's pretty cool. It's nice to have a sink. I might try and put a shower in the back at some point. We shall see. Right, I think that's about it for the things that people asked. I'm sure I've probably forgotten something. Any questions, just stick them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Obviously like and subscribe. If you want, I'd be lovely to see you again. Bye.